They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Illini, Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Western Michigan Broncos, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Broncos will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Illinois' offense will have first crack at this one. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Illinois experienced a resurgence under Brett Bielema a year ago. He's been at 3 different power programs, but this was his best season in more than a decade, guys.
Yeah, and it seems like Bielema's got a recipe to win, and it's usually ground and pound. But how about this offense with Luke Altmaier at quarterback last year? Through the air, they became good and proficient and started to change the identity of Illinois and had a great season and finished with a big bowl win against South Carolina.
So a big key then is Luke Altmaier and taking that next step this year, too, to really help out this offense, be more explosive and win games maybe some different ways, not always have to rely on running the football and playing great defense.
Leaves it with the back. They'll get him on the ground, but not before Illinois picks up the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Illinois putting together a really nice drive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw, it's Altmaier. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw. Setting up the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
To the air on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. Still running at the 40. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Luke Altmaier started his career as a backup to Matt Corral at Ole Miss, but man, did he blossom for the Fighting Illini. Had their best season in more than 20 years, and maybe more in store for him, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there were still a lot of fans that I think were skeptical when the transfer portal news came out that he was going to be joining Illinois, and people wanted to see what all the hype was about. You saw it last year, not just running the ball, but making big plays through the air. Really curious to see if Luke Altmaier can take the next step this season, because if they do, this is going to be a really, really tough team to beat.
All out of space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air, it's Altmaier. He's got it on the run. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Illini.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Western Michigan's offense will go to work for the first time today. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
To throw, it's Lowry. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
The Broncos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. That's the end of the quarter, and Illinois has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Wants to fire on 2nd down. A strike downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, that inside linebacker is a freak of nature for multiple reasons, and it's hard for a lot of these smaller running backs to have to pick him up in pass pro, not just because of his speed, but he's also big and strong.
And the Broncos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Lowry. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. RPO complete to open the drive. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Back to throw, it's Altmaier. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Dixon. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
Illinois now facing third and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. That's caught. It's Dixon. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They bring the punter onto the field now. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. The Broncos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Lowry. Flips it out to the back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Broncos send out the punt unit. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
This coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play-action game to their running game. That looked like that was going to be a run. Everything in that play said they're running the ball downhill. At the last second, quarterback pulled the football, and he was able to complete the throw.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Zings it complete to the right. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Illinois now staring at a 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's Altmaier. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Nice catch along the sidelines, but they get nothing out of it. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got his man. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Illini.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Takes the handoff. It's Buckley. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understanding where you're at. Nice job understanding I was starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in bounds.
Lofts one high and deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been taking in a magnificent scene there today in Champaign. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Illinois has it teed up, ready to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Leary. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass, it's Lowry. He's got it. Just never gives you a clean shot at him as he gets out to the 28.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Off the RPO, complete. The Broncos are stopped, but not before getting the first down. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
And the Broncos with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
The Broncos have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker, it's Buckley. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, it looks to me like the offense made some adjustments at halftime. Only 3 points in the first half. But here we go in the first drive of this 3rd quarter. This quarterback looks locked in. Really nice throw there to pick up the first down.
And the Broncos are on the move. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. He wants to take the top off. Pulls it in down the sideline. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Defense going all in to stop the run. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
After a drive this long, a field goal would be a punch in the gut. It's 3rd and goal. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And that is no good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Altmaier. Got a man, it's Dixon. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. He's got it. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That's the end of the period. It's Illinois with the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So 1st down will open up the final period. The give on the option. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. Looking for a man. It's Altmaier. Fires to the tight end. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Illinois moving it quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his back in the middle.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up 2nd and short.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Catch in the middle, it's Arkin. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Looking downfield on first down. Gonna let it fly. Catch inside the 25. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Thank you very much. That's what the quarterback's thinking on that last play. I think he was even shocked that his receiver was that wide open downfield. He'll take it.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Sends it back in motion. Looking to pass. It's Lowry. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown, and that's exactly what happened.
So after the touchdown, they'll try to use this 2-point conversion and get this game to within a field goal. Try to barge their way in. He is denied. No good on the 2-point try, and the lead remains at 5. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Creates a little space. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback running on the draw. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Catch in the middle, it's Dixon. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Now on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Altmaier. Using the quick game. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Fighting Illini needing to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
And they'll take a knee.